Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I eat in a day while breastfeeding. I also work out 5 to 6 days a week, and I will share more about that in just a second. But the first thing I do is always make my coffee. So I've been loving this Chobani creamer. It's very simple ingredients and it's really good. Before I had kids, I actually just drank my coffee with plain almond milk, and now I crave something sweet and yummy in the morning. It kind of gets me out of bed. So if you guys have any recommendations for good or healthy creamer alternatives or anything like that, please let me know in the comments down below. But after that, while I sip on my coffee, I always do a workout in the morning. I find doing it in the morning is just what works best for me. I like to get it over with. I'm so tired by the end of the day that I just like doing it first thing. So my son, who is 2 years old, is still sleeping. He generally wakes up halfway through my workouts. And then I have a 3-month-old who is on the bed next to me, and you'll see her in just a second because I actually put her in her swing. So I'm able to tend to her while I work out, and she usually takes her morning nap about halfway through my workout as well. I nurse her first thing when we wake up, so I've already nursed her before I even had my coffee or anything like that. She's usually up around 6 o'clock to have her first feeding. So I just wanted to share my workout because I feel like this is such a huge part of my health and my routine and all of that. I have always been someone who's worked out 5 to 6 days a week, and I promised myself that that would not change with children. Now, I used to work out an hour to an hour and a half, 6 days a week at the gym at 5:30 in the morning. That has definitely changed. Now I do free YouTube workouts. I have an entire playlist here on my channel if you guys are interested, and I also share them on my Instagram story almost every morning. I share what workout I'm doing. But yeah, I just factor in about 30 minutes a day to devote to a good workout, and I alternate my legs one day. The next day I'll do arms and abs, and the day after that I'll do cardio, and then back to legs. So that is kind of my routine. I just try to do what I can and make it work. As you can see, I'm playing with the baby here to kind of entertain her while I'm doing my squats and whatnot, but I truly just promised myself I wouldn't make excuses to not work out once I had kids. And like I said, you just got to make it work. It's very interrupted a lot of the time, but I figure something is better than nothing. And I have no shame in working out while my kids are awake because I think it's a really great habit for them to see you taking care of yourself and working out. So don't ever feel selfish for doing that. I think that is totally fine. And Knox, actually, my 2-year-old, he loves working out with me. He has little toys that he pretends are his weights, and he will work out with me. It's adorable. So right around 8 o'clock in the morning, I like to make breakfast. So I will usually cook Knox a pancake or waffles, or he will have what I am eating. And this morning, I just made a egg scramble with whole grain toast. So I was just toasting a piece of my bread. I like it really toasty because when I put everything on top, it kind of makes it soggier. Does that make sense? So I like it really crispy, but I just cooked up some chicken sausage, and then I also made 2 eggs with some tomatoes, and I just like to kind of swirl it around in the pan. I don't fully scramble it. I don't know why. This is how my husband makes eggs, and he has just gotten me in the habit of doing it that way, and they are so delicious. So I just throw all of that on some toast, and that is my breakfast. Then shortly after my breakfast, I like to make my green juice. This is the Organifi green juice. It is organic, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, and vegan. This has so many health benefits to it, and it's just a great start to your day. I like to mix this in with my Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier. This is great if you are breastfeeding or if you are somebody who just needs to be more hydrated and drink more water. This is a great help. And then I also just put in about a half scoop of my Organifi Glow Powder. This does wonders for my hair, skin, and nails. I love this little mixture that I make in the morning. It just makes me feel really good, and I feel like it's such a great start to the day. I do have coupon links to save you guys money off all of those products down below as well. And then around 10:30, I am hungry again. So crackers and hummus are like a staple in our house. So I'm just doing some Triscuits with some roasted pine nut hummus and some grapes on the side. For lunch, I generally do something a little bit lighter, so I'm making a salad. So this lettuce is from Massachusetts, and if you guys live in New England, I highly recommend finding a place where you can get your hands on this Little Leaf Farms lettuce. It is a game changer. It makes everything taste better, fresher. It's so crispy. I can't. It's the most amazing lettuce I've ever had. I'm also putting in some fresh garden green beans, some orange pepper, and then I'm taking a can of chicken with some mayo. I actually usually like to use safflower oil mayo or safflower mayo, but I haven't been able to find that in the stores. So anyway, I'm just throwing in some blueberries and then using some of this organic Drew's poppy seed dressing, which is delightful, and that is my salad. For my afternoon snack, I usually just go with something super simple because we're running errands, so I grabbed an apple and a cheese stick. For dinner, I decided to make a rice bowl. I was home alone this night, so Kyle wasn't home with me, so I just wanted to make something small, not something too overwhelming that I, was going to put in the fridge and have it go to waste. I did want to mention these zip top containers. I'm obsessed with these. I mentioned these in a recent vlog. They're amazing. I will link them down below. They open up into like a bowl, so they're so easy to use and they save so much space in your refrigerator. I'm just in love with these. They're also freezer safe too, in case you're wondering, and microwave safe. So anyway, I'm just throwing some chicken in a pan and cooking that up with some seasoning, just onion and garlic powder, some chili powder, and then also this Maui Wowie seasoning by Spiceology. Oh my goodness, it tastes like a spicy pineapple. It's so good. So I just seasoned up my chicken, then I'm throwing my rice in the microwave. And yes, I am doing all of this while attending to the kids. So it's a little bit of a mess, and sometimes, honestly, I had to turn the chicken off when the chicken was done, and I had to go give them a bath, and then I came back and finished the meal. But anyway, I'm throwing in the frozen veggies, just stir fry mix with some frozen corn, and then last minute I decided to add in a couple scoops of black beans. So I'm doing that, letting that all kind of cook up together, and then I'm just chopping up my chicken so that I can throw it on top. And I start with rice on the bottom, then some veggies. You could also add some cheese to this, some sour cream if you wanted. You could really get creative, but just throwing the chicken on top, this is so easy. And then for a little bit of spice, I'm adding in some sriracha. Spicy food doesn't seem to affect the baby since I am nursing, so yeah, I just want to make note, sometimes that does affect their digestion and stuff, but it doesn't seem to bother her, thankfully, because I love spicy food. Then around 8 o'clock, I always want something sweet. So these kind frozen bars, holy smokes, a friend told me about these and they are like a game changer. They taste like an ice cream bar. They are so good and the ingredients are very good considering it tastes like an ice cream bar. So I had one of those and that was it for the night. I feel like I'm seducing you with this granola bar. So awkward. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I love you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.